My name is Lauren. I do the night show right here on Mix 96.5, and thank you so much for coming out. We have a very, very, very special treat. Not only, of course, we have Gavin DeGraw coming later today, but let's give a very warm, very big Houston welcome for David Cook. Here we go, David Cook, everybody.
Thank you for having us again.
Oh, you're very welcome. You mentioned that you're left-handed, I hear. I myself am a lefty. You know what they say about lefties?
We're smart.
Well,
No?
yes.
Is that what they say?
We're always in the right state of mind. Oh, yeah. I have to use that one.
That's a t-shirt.
Yeah, waiting to happen for sure. All right, so let's talk about this tour tonight. It is yourself, Gavin DeGraw, Carolina Liar, and when I think about that, I think of trouble, because you three together, that's a tour. That is a tour.
No, we have a blast. You know, I've been fortunate enough to be able to meet those guys long before we ever went on tour together. I think the first time I met Gavin was at a radio show in Orlando, and we had a good time. We drank a little. And then
No.
yeah.
Right.
And then I met Chad of all places. I was in Stockholm, Sweden, writing for this record, and I randomly ran into him, and we went bar hopping around Stockholm. So booze is the common.
I see a little common factor here.
But I think there's no pretense on this tour. I think it's very communal. Like, everybody gets along with everybody, and we're three different acts, but I feel like because of that communal vibe, I feel like there's a flow to the show, and I feel like.
The common bound.
I think it maintains interest for the audience, because nobody wants to go to a show and hear the same three bands that all sound the same.
Well, I was going to say you guys were like, the common bond is a shot, you know? I mean, yeah, let's do it. Cheers, guys. Let's make a tour. So I read that there was a slight wardrobe malfunction on the first day.
It's true.
Well, because we get it with chicks. It's different when there's a wardrobe malfunction, because there's more parts to see, like oopsies.
Oopsies.
What happened? Did the pants split? I mean, zipper?
It's funny, I was talking about this on the way here. My dad drove down from Indiana to come to the gig tonight. So.
Hi, Dad. Hey, Dad.
Yeah, that's Dad. So we were talking on the way here. He goes, so what's been the worst show of the tour? I said, well, the first one, because, we got all our kinks out in the first show, but then I had this massive wardrobe malfunction where the pants ripped from, not on the seam either, but like middle of the leg, knee to crotch, and in the middle of the show, so I couldn't go take 10 minutes and go change pants. It was like, okay.
Well, how did you get them to split in the middle? I mean, David, were they too tight?
I was out in the audience. The thing, I don't know if they were too tight. It was the first show, first time I'd worn the pants, so it wasn't like they were worn in or anything. They were brand new pants.
Who did you send your measurements to?
I got replacements, thank God, but I had to walk behind the lights, and first off, I had to own it. I had to, talk about it with the audience, because it was like the big elephant in the room at that point. So I'm like, yeah, guys, so that happened, and I'm going to go behind the lights. Yeah, I'm going to go behind the lights. My guitar tech, who I just met that day.
You guys really know each other well now.
Had to duct tape my pants. He had to get there and pull the pants back together and duct tape them. So,
hey, buddy, how's it going down there?
I think in some states we're now married, so that's fantastic.
Speaking of wardrobe, of course, Halloween is just 2 days away. I have to ask. We put it up on Facebook. I kind of wanted to take guesses at what your costume is this year, and a lot of people said you were going to try to do a sexy zombie. That's a no.
Sexy zombie?
I don't even know what a sexy zombie would look like.
I'm not a freshman sorority girl or anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I love that you said zombie, because we actually... We've talked about doing zombies or something like that for our show tomorrow night, because we're not playing on Halloween, unfortunately. So
it's Halloween weekend. You can dress up all weekend long.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
It's like birthday.
I walked into the bar last night, the only chick dressed up in a costume, and I was like, I'm gonna own this.
All right.
So
we'll
costume?
Maybe sexy zombie. I don't know.
We got a lot to talk about with David Cook, but first, Mixed Live Lounge. David Cook, give it up for him, you guys. I do have to ask about Twitter, because yes, I follow you, but I saw that you were maybe watching the World Series.
I was.
But you didn't really say who you were a fan of. You just.
Oh no! Apparently, some people I did, in spite of the fact I never named a team. So yeah.
I don't want to assume. Were you happy with the outcome?
You know what? And this is the honest.
Be careful.
No,
this is Texas.
I know. Oh, I know where I'm at. This is the honest to God truth. I didn't care who won, and I say that in this context. I was born in Houston. I was raised in Missouri, so I have ties to both areas, I guess. And and as a baseball fan, like I respect and admire the history of the Cardinals, but I also I love watching like underdog teams, and the fact that the Rangers had never won before was a big deal, and so I was really good either way. And I didn't announce a favorite because I really didn't have one, which is kind of weird to say. If the Royals had been playing, this would be a completely different conversation, but you know, or the Astros.
Yeah, go Astros. I don't think we'll be seeing
go
them in the World
hometown
Series.
team, yeah.
I don't think they're going to be there for a while. I did read that you're going to be running a marathon.
Yes, yeah, I'm running the LA Marathon.
Are you doing all 26.2 miles?
If I can, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
You know, we got done with this record, and this new record was a challenge. I think to spend a year and a half in the studio, and all that was just like, okay, this is a big bite to chew. So got done with the record and really just needed a fresh challenge. So I was like, well, I hate running.
So I'm going to run a marathon.
So I'll do that, yeah. And initially it was just like it was going to be a personal challenge. I wasn't going to try to tie in anything with it. And then my manager had Regis Philbin on Regis and Kelly announced to the world that I was doing this. And the next day we get a call from the LA Marathon, and they want us to tie in a charity and make it this big thing. And you know, I've got this amazing platform because of Idol, and I don't know how long it'll last. And I was like, well, I want to make the best use of it. And so it just became this thing. Like it just snowballed into. You know, I've got ABC Squared on board, which is an organization that raises money for brain tumor research and awareness. I've been involved with them for 3 years now. I do their 5K race every year in DC, despite the fact I hate running. And yeah, it just snowballed. So I'm happy to be involved. I'm scared out of my mind.
Are you training right now? I mean, how many can you run?
Define training, because I can eat a lot of Twinkies. That
guess it's training for me.
Yeah, no, I try to work out as much as I can on the road, and so I do like a couple runs a week, and I do eat a lot of Twinkies. So that's a problem. But I'm getting there. Slow and steady wins the race.
We have Regis Philbin to thank for him entering the marathon. I
David.
bet you love him right now.
David, what is you're running a marathon? Can you comment?
Thanks, Reg. Thanks.
Yeah, right.